going to be making some mortise and tenon joints today for two quilt chests that I'm building out of steamed cherry. I'm going to be using the LEIGH FMT mortise frame tenon jig. And I thought it'd be kind of fun just to show you how these work. It's a pretty simple joint. The jig makes it pretty easy. It lines up the rail and the stile and makes a nice tenon and mortise that fit together pretty snugly. You can adjust the fit. This is probably just a teeny bit on the tight side, but you can see it's a pretty nice fit. This is my test piece that I made just to get the jig set up for the stock that I'm using right now. I'm going to make one more test joint just to show you how this works. So basically, these are the two test pieces that I'm going to use. I've marked them face so that I know the alignment. Basically, the face component sits against the flat plate of the jig. I've got two squares set up that allow me to quickly find the center of the respective mortise and tenon. And I always line these up. A little nervous there. Always line these up from the face side so that I'm getting a consistent reference point. Again, the face side, just to minimize any potential errors. So there you have it. There's the piece that's going to receive the mortise, marked with the face. There's the face for the tenon component. Next thing I'm going to do is jig these up and cut out the joints. So I'm getting ready to cut the tenon. This surface is marked face, so I'm going to mount that side against the jig. It gets lined up against a vertical alignment component. Then I just lock down these two clamps. This holds this pretty firmly in place. Next thing I'll show you is the alignment sight up top that gives you the center of the tenon. Alright, I'm going to show you the sight window for lining up the tenon. If you look in the center there, you'll see there's a crosshair which represents the center of my tenon lined up in that sight window. When I loosen the side locking lever, you'll notice that this window slides in XY direction, and you basically just line it up by sight, and they say that the way that window is designed, that your eye can pretty much line that up with center. I'm going to lock it down. Now once that's done, I don't need to do that again for any tenons. I also don't need to measure any of the other tenons. It's ready to go. I'm going to loosen the locking clamp so you can see how this slides up from below. And basically you could just slide another piece up, hold it in place. At that point, now this sight window becomes a bottom stop. And once the surface or the top end of the tenon is lined up with the bottom of the sight window, it gets slid out of place, and then we're ready to route the tenon. Okay, we're getting ready to cut the tenon. I'm going to mount it in the jig. It's going to slide up against the bottom of the stop block, and then just set these two clamps. Slide the stop block out of the way, and the router's turned off right now. I'm just going to drop the bit down. The first cut is in a climb direction to give a chip-free shoulder. The remainder of the cut is done in a counter climb rotation to chop out the remainder of the waist. And just do a quick close-up. You can see the tenon. You can see the crosshair. Get all the sawdust out of there. And you can see where the sight guide came across and lined up the center of that tenon. All right, well there you have it. A cleanly cut tenon.